Alright, let's talk about the latest update for the PS Portal, because this one's got me pretty excited. Sony just dropped a new firmware update, and it's not just your average bug fix. It's a game changer, especially if you're someone who's been craving better visuals and a smoother streaming experience. Here's the deal. They've unlocked a 1080p high-quality mode, and honestly, it's about time. What makes this really interesting is that it's not just a resolution bump. It's a prioritization of both smoothness and fidelity. Personally, I think this is a big deal because handheld gaming often feels like a compromise between performance and visuals, but this update seems to bridge that gap a bit more. If you take a step back and think about it, this could be Sony's way of saying, hey, we're serious about making the PS Portal a legit gaming device, not just a streaming accessory. Now, let's dive into the details. The 1080p high-quality mode runs games at a higher bitrate compared to the standard mode, which means sharper textures, better lighting, and overall more immersive gameplay. One thing that immediately stands out is how Sony's handling this. They're not just throwing a new setting at us, they're refining the experience. You access it through the quick menu, which is intuitive, but what many people don't realize is that this kind of accessibility is a big part of what makes a feature successful. It's not just about having the tech. It's about making it easy to use. From my perspective, this is Sony learning from past mistakes. Remember when certain PS4 Pro enhancements were buried in menus? They're clearly trying to avoid that here. But the update doesn't stop at visuals. The cloud streaming experience has also been enhanced, and this is where things get even more intriguing. For starters, they've improved the product detail page for game bundles. When you select Stream, you now get a UI that lets you pick a specific game from the bundle. This might seem like a small change, but it's a quality-of-life improvement that shows Sony's paying attention to user feedback. What this really suggests is that they're trying to make the PS Portal feel more like a standalone device and less like a PS5 accessory. I mean, let's be honest. Nobody wants to fumble through menus when they're trying to jump into a game. Another detail I find fascinating is the enhanced trophy notifications. Trophies are a big part of the PlayStation experience, and seeing them celebrated with animations, especially for platinum trophies, adds a layer of satisfaction that's often missing in streaming setups. It's a small touch, but it speaks to a bigger trend in gaming, the importance of preserving the console experience, even when you're playing remotely. This raises a deeper question. As cloud gaming becomes more prevalent, how do we maintain the emotional connection players have with their consoles? Sony's approach here feels like a step in the right direction. Now, let's talk numbers for a second. Sony's seeing strong momentum for the PS Portal, with over 50% of users subscribing to PS Plus Premium for cloud streaming. That's huge, especially considering the 162% year-over-year growth in monthly users. In my opinion, this isn't just a win for Sony. It's a sign that cloud gaming is finally hitting its stride. But here's the thing. The PS Portal isn't just competing with other streaming devices, it's competing with the idea of traditional handheld gaming. Personally, I think this update is Sony's way of saying, we're not just here to play catch-up, we're here to redefine what a handheld can do. So, will I be using the 1080p high-quality mode? Absolutely. But what's more interesting to me is what this update represents. It's not just about better visuals or smoother streaming. It's about Sony's commitment to evolving the PS Portal into something more. If you take a step back and think about it, this could be the beginning of a new era for handheld gaming, where the line between console and portable experiences blurs even further. What do you think? Is this update a game changer for you? Or just another incremental step? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear your take.